Good morning, everyone. This is Action Coach Christian Harbeck, and here's another pivot session. And today I'm having a discussion and an interview with Nicole Barrows from Ctrl, which is a print, sign, and design organization. And I'm going to be straightforward asking you, Nicole, tell us a bit about your business.
My business. Well, I'm here to show you off. That's pretty much what my business is all about. It's all about getting your name out there on vehicle signage, business, shopfront signage, business cards, anything that needs your name and logo on. I'm doing that, as well as internal business, whereas you need your invoice books or little log sheets or something like that. It pretty much ranges anyway when it comes to printing and signage, including design.
So brand exposure on buildings.
Pretty much, yeah.
Brilliant. So how long have you actually been in business, and why did you get into it?
I'm in my 13th year now already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Funny enough, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and my dad's like, well, come help me out. And he had the same business. So I actually know the industry for many years. But yeah, so I ended up just enjoying what I do. I mean, every day is a new challenge, every day is a new thing. So that's pretty much why I went into it. It's challenging and fun. So
I can actually call you an expert in this industry.
No, I can't be an expert because every day there's something new.
That's good.
Every day there's something new, something different. So
yeah.
I wouldn't say an expert, but I'm pretty good at my job.
Okay.
Yes.
So looking at your business, who is your ideal customer or your ideal, target market or target audience?
My ideal would be a startup business.
Okay.
And we start them fresh from your design to all the way through to where you're going to and how you're going to market. And, it's easy because then I've done your logo, then we can go over to your nitty gritty things, like a email signature and letterheads and, the silly little things that everybody starts with, a business card. And then from there on out, I become their main supplier in that sense because I've run through the entire thing with them. But that doesn't limit me to those people either, because obviously your bigger factories that need safety signs constantly needs logbooks and things like that as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe rebranding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially for startups. I mean, they need to have a good brand out there and put their name out. So what would you think is the best what am I call it? The best, what's the word for it now? What is the ideal thing that you're offering to your clients? What works best when it comes to branding and signing? Is it on a building? Is it on a vehicle? What has the greatest impact? That is the word I was looking for.
That's very difficult because it depends on your business.
Okay.
It purely depends on what you do. Yeah. But I must admit, when it comes to exposure on your business, that makes the biggest impact, as you say, would be your vehicle branding. I mean, that is massive, because if you're sitting on the N1, what are you going to do? You're going to be looking at the vehicles around you. Oh, wait, I needed an electrician. There's an electrician right next to me. Take a photo or take down the number or something, and then there's your exposure. It's everywhere.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So obviously now talking about the elephant in the room, COVID-19, how has it impacted you and your business?
I think I can speak for myself as well as everybody else. It's been a tough run because my business gets impacted. What is the first thing that companies cut down is their marketing. When they're in the dire straits, when they've got no money, I'm the first person they say, I can't use your services.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford to brand their vehicle. They can't afford to, do a Facebook advert, things like that. So they can't afford it, so I'm not going to get it. So that's pretty much how it impacted me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it is a tough one. I mean, thinking about it now, I mean, obviously you had to think about it really, out of the box. Is there anything that you have changed or adjusted during COVID-19 that has worked for you and you would like to share with everyone out there?
what has worked for me? No, look, I mean, it's been a sort of a blessing in disguise as well to restructure my business to say, okay, this is what I've been doing wrong, to see, okay, but this is what I could be doing. But there isn't necessarily anything that has stood out, to be honest, with that I could change or do better in that sense as you're asking now.
But you actually, you mentioned it already. You said you did a reset. You did a refresh. It's like a reset button. I think that was a great opportunity to actually reassess your business and then possibly relaunch it again, as one would call it. Yeah, but that's a great way of doing it, because I suppose sitting on the couch at home and watching Netflix doesn't change your situation.
No, that's the last thing I intended to do. It was more stressful trying to get everything running and make sure that I can get something in.
Yeah.
So
that makes a lot of sense. So it's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
My biggest mistake I made was when the guy comes to you and says, "Oh, but can't you give me a little bit of discount?"
Yeah.
Then I would feel sorry for the guy, and I would end up actually burning my fingers.
Yeah.
Because of it. And that was the biggest mistake I made. And you know what? I learned that my supplier is not going to give me a discount. Yeah. My supplier is not going to charge me cheaper for my vinyls or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. But then the way I learned now is to try and speak to the client and say, okay, fine. If you cannot afford this now, let's look at another option.
Yes.
That we can actually give you that is more affordable. Example, you want to print flyers. Let's look at maybe printing black and white then instead of the color. Instead of giving him a discount, let's go into different options. So that was pretty much my biggest mistake, is being a little bit too, how can I say, soft.
Soft. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you basically don't want to lose the client. You're just shifting from what you're offering, and as long as you still have a client,
more affordable.
Yeah, a more affordable way. Yeah. So if looking back the last 12 months, so if you could turn back the clock by 12 months, what would you do different?
It's a difficult one because there's so much that has happened, including the COVID, including my personal life, that has just, been such a boomerang this last 12 months. I think, I would probably just do what I've learned now during the COVID and actually just, shift things around and say, okay, let's try this or that. I would have started earlier.
Yeah. Started earlier, changing looking internally, reassessing your business, refreshing it. So you would have done that in a more urgency 12 months ago than you would have done now during COVID. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. And second to last question. So I have your email, your website address where people can reach out to you. Is there anything that you are offering at this moment? Any special offer? Anything anyone should know about?
Nothing in specific that is special, but I do know, because everybody is running low on the cash flow and trying to get their businesses out there, I do offer little packages, especially startup businesses or people that have gotten retrenched and they need to now start their businesses. I offer packages where I can design your logo, as well as every other little nitty-gritty thing that would cost you too much.
Yeah.
At that time, in one package, and say, okay, fine, it's X amount because you want a logo, a Facebook design, or things like that. So I'm specifically leaning onto the designing, because that is the most thing that people don't think about, that it comes out of your pocket. That you don't think about those things when you actually start your business.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a little bit more affordable packages.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Some more value add combos. That's great value. Last question that I have. So tell me, what is the most inspiring thing to you today?
For me today?
Yeah.
Just today, or that
today,
is
or just make it in general, not just today, but just
in general.
In general.
The most inspiring thing is actually, to be honest with you, the way that people have stood up and made a difference in their own lives, and trying to at least go forward and not sit down on the couch and mope and be depressed because, oh my word, COVID has changed my life or whatever, you know. So they've actually been positive, gotten up and moved forward.
Yeah.
And that's actually inspired me.
Very good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, super. So thank you for your time. I'm going to be posting this, and I hope everybody who sees this interview, please reach out to Nicole, buy her products. She does some really amazing things. Thank you for your time. It's much appreciated, and have a successful day.
Thank you.